Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm all set, I think. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is another Back to JAS, just another stream number 3. And I came across the list that I had done previously, and I realized that I needed to make some refinements to it. And rebroadcast it again, obviously, because of us losing our Mikey Sue's 4 channel to a dumb hacker person. So, anyway, this is the revised edition of the top 10 martial artists of all time, as seen by me, and wanted to give you all that revised list of those artists that I enjoy the most. And there are a few changes I did make, and I added one other person I forgot to add to our honorable mention. So there are 2 honorable mentions I have. Uh, now, if any of you currently are subscribing, that's cool that you've already subscribed. I love that. So come on in, say hello. Uh, there's Accounting Sheep. Hello, Accounting Sheep. Hiya, Mike. Good to see you, Sheep. Good to have you. So if anybody in the chat has another martial artist I had forgotten or have not mentioned, let me know. In the chat. Just then I'll see where they fit as far as my top 10 list, or if they deserve an honorable mention. That's probably cool. Yeah. And hello, Mikey. Hello, Leonard. Leonard. Oh my God, Sir Lemon Pie. Welcome, Sir Lemon. Welcome. Leonard the Lemon. Yeah, Leonard the Lemon. Right. Sure. Leonard Pie. Yeah, I know. Suzanne just said that. She says Leonard the Lemon. Yeah. Sure, we could just call him Leonard for short, right? Now, Sir Lemon, it's good to see you. Leonard Pie. That's cute. Lemon Nimoy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, County Sheets is Lemon Nimoy. Did you say my name, martial arts? Did you say name, martial arts? No. I was saying that if you focus in the chat, can think of a martial artist, kung fu, karate, anything like that, in your own experience that I may not have mentioned in the list tonight. Go ahead and do so either while I'm doing the list, or you can do it after I'm done with the list. The list is very fast; it's very quick. I got them all, numbered and everything. Yeah, sheep, lemon Nimoy. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's good to see both of you gentlemen here. Thank you so much for coming in. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead with the honorable mentions. So far, I've got Jean-Claude Van Damme and Michael Jai White. Yeah, Jai, his middle name, and Michael Jai White. So, yeah, those are 2 of my honorable mentions. Okay, cool. Yeah, Lemon says, oh, okay, I'll wait till you name them. All right, awesome. Yeah. So, like I said, those are my 2 honorable mentions that didn't quite make the list, but they're still really good, martial arts masters, at what they do, especially Jean-Claude Van Damme with his fly kicks, 180 degree. And, it was enough to put, one of the Expendable movies was enough to put Sly Stallone out for 2 weeks, with a severe concussion. Yeah, knocked him out with one of his fly kicks. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Michael Jai White, I've been watching him recently. They've been showing some sequences, just, parts of his Blood and Bone, Never, Stop, Never Surrender, some of his other movies. Those are pretty good. I like the way that especially his prison scene where he's in the prison bathroom and the shower area, and these guys try to make moves on him, and he karate kicks them and breaks arms and does all sorts of stuff. It's kind of cool. And yeah, Lemon says hello to Suze. Hi, Suze. Yeah, she says hello, Lemon. Good to see you. We got 2 likes already. That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, those for right now, those are my honorables. Okay, let's start with number 10. That would be Cynthia Rothrock. And according to my information, she is the only female on this list. And I believe that she is probably the best at the kind of karate, some judo she did as a kid, Um, really is the only female martial artist I can think of that belongs on this. Now, if you want to say Michelle Eo could be on there, I could probably easily just have the two of those ladies tied for 10th. And in fact, I think because I just thought of her, so I'll put Michelle Eo in there as well. And and I would be remiss. Here we go. And I would be remiss if I forgot Zhang Ziyi. She's good too. Um, Probably put her in the honorable mentions. Yeah, let me just put her there. Zhang Ziyi. Yeah, because she was in Shanghai Nights, Rush Hour. She's a good fighter. Yeah. So I'll put her in there in the honorable mentions. Okay. And what else am I forgetting? Let me think. Chow Yun Fat. That's it. I almost forgot Chow Yun Fat. How could I forget that guy? Okay. So Chow Yun Fat. I'll put him in there. Absolutely. For the honorable mentions. Okay. So we have 4 honorable mentions. Let me go ahead and repeat those. Okay. So we have Chow Yun Fat. We have Zhang Ji. We have Jean-Claude Van Damme. And we have Michael Jai White. There you go. And then tied for 10th would be Cynthia Rothrock and Michelle Yeoh. There you go. Cool. Yeah, Cynthia Rothrock. Woohoo. Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah. You know what? I haven't seen Lemon. You got to tell me, is there like on YouTube? I'm sure that Cynthia's in there somewhere. They got a movie, clips of her or something like fighting, whatever. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you do come across. You don't have to do that now. You can wait till after we get the list done. But if you can think of a site that would show her on there, that'd be cool. I would love to check out some of those fights that she does. Yeah, yeah, those yeah, she was good back in the day. Yeah, she's good. Yeah. Okay. Number 9, I have Mark Dacascos. And of course, Mark Dacascos had a great battle with Keanu Reeves in one of the latest John Wick films. It was pretty sweet. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Mark has done some other stuff too. He's really good at that. Was Scott Atkins. Scott Atkins, of course, has done some military films, where he's, the expert, and goes after bad people and stuff like that. Yeah, Scott is really good. And he's gone against a few of these other people on the list that I'll be mentioning. So, yeah, very cool. Okay, so here's what happened. I had to move about at least, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. I had to move about 3 different artists because I'd seen them in different locations and doing different things, and I loved them. And hello Charlotte Nightstar, the werewolf. Hey there, oh yeah, our lovely niece. Hello Charlotte, it's great to see you. Oh, lots of love to you too, there, hon. There we. Yeah, it still looks like the Batman symbol. I can't form it correctly. I'm terrible at that. Okay, yeah. Cynthia was in Undefeatable. Okay. And Lemon says, "Ooh" to Charlotte. "Ooh, hello, Charlotte." And that heart was perfect, by the way. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad to see you, Charlotte. We're just doing a, Gorilla wasn't available tonight. I guess he had other plans. He had to, he was going to do his Twilight Zone, but otherwise we'd be doing that right now. But so I just decided, I figured I got this list available. I did revise it slightly, so I wanted to go ahead since I got a mess. I just want to go ahead and post this list online so we have it there. And yeah, it's very cool. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so where did we leave off? Okay, so now we're at number 7. So what I did was I put in Billy Blanks at number 7. It was wonderful to meet this man, even if it was for a short time. When I did Showdown, which was a it was kind of a remake of Karate Kid area, and it featured Billy. It featured a guy named Ken Scott, who he mentored to fight. Um, there was also Christine Taylor in it, from the Brady Bunch movies they did and all that stuff. So yeah, it was pretty good. And Anna Dona, who was in a movie with Eddie Murphy, which I believe was Boomerang. Yeah, she was in that. So yeah, thank you. Okay, so Billy Blanks would be number 7. Okay, then I had to put in Donnie Yen. And Donnie Yen at number 6. And of course, he was in Rogue One. And, and he was the Jedi who was blind, but, fought in that. And then, of course, he fought against Jet Li in Hero, I believe. And there was a lot of other great. And, of course, he was IP Man, right? He was the Ip Man, who Bruce Lee originally learned from before he started fighting. So, yeah, so that was Donnie Yen. He was really good. Charlotte says Return of Xander Cage, also John Wick, and Donnie Yen. Yeah, films. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, yeah, Donnie Yen was great. Yeah, loved him in those films. Yeah, good stuff there. Good call, Charlotte. Yeah, yeah, I love Donnie Yen. Okay. So then we get to our top 5. Like I said, so let's recap. Donnie Yen at number 6, Billy Blanks at number 7, Scott Atkins at number 8, Mark Dacascos at number 9, and Cynthia Rothrock and Michelle Yeoh at number 10. And then honorable mentions of Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chow Yun Fat, Zhang Ziyi, and Michael Jai White. Yeah, all good martial artists, male and female. Okay, so let's get to number 5. Number 5, I think it's a no-brainer. It's Jason Statham. Uh, yeah, I just recently saw his fighting in Transport 3 and online, and then I saw some of his recent fighting in The Beekeeper. We actually went to see the film so that my wife could, you know, uh, kind of hide me away from the bees, but then kind of get used to them. I can never get used to bees. I have mesophobia. It's not a very good malady to suffer from or a phobia to uh, work myself out of. But I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can. Um, but like I said, Jason Statham does great fight scenes. He did War, against Jet Li, so I thought that was great. That was a great film they did. Yeah. Charlotte says, "Oh, not to crush hard on Jason Statham. Shame, Suzanne. Shame." Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, Jason. Oh boy. That's funny. Good one, Charlotte. Yeah. It's good that you gave us some humor there. I appreciate that. It's been rough for us. We finally got our phones fixed, so we're very cool now. Everything is where it should be, and we're doing well. And we're so excited about Halloween. Charlotte, you and I and Suzanne, along with a couple of our friends, should do a Halloween special live stream. That'd be cool if we're able to get around to that time. Definitely should do that. That would be so much fun. Name our favorite horror films and our favorite horror characters and all that stuff. That would be fun. Yeah, Suzanne is a good wife for not crushing hard on another man. Good on you. Yeah. Well, no. Suzanne likes Hugh Jackman for other reasons. He's a good actor. He's good looking, everything else. So, kind of works for her there. Just like I am with Scarlett Johansson. Play Black Widow. Hey. Anyway, Matt Arnold. Hello, everyone. Hey, welcome, Matt. Good to see you, sir. Hello, Matt from Lemon. Very cool. Yeah, that's it's a good thing there. Okay, so number 4, I went ahead and put in Chuck Norris. And Chuck Norris, he did Invasion USA, Delta Force, all the Delta Force films. He fought in one of the, Game of Death, I think it was. Yeah, there was, it was good. I love Chuck Norris, and he's still breathing. Yeah, the Grim Reaper hasn't claimed Chuck Norris yet. Chuck Norris is still fighting him, going, yeah. It's like, there's this great fight scene in Lone Wolf McQuade that I still love watching over in reruns. Is when he fights David Carradine. Yeah, that's a great fight between Norris and him. Yeah, I love that fight. Yeah, Chuck Norris, Texas Ranger. Amen to that. Yeah. and, and Charlotte says, and me with Kyle McLaughlin. Absolutely. Your heartstrings go there. I know, Charlotte. Matt Arnold says, Mikey, how are you, buddy? Matt, how are you doing, my brother? Doing all right, I hope. Matt says, hey to Lemon Pie. Lemon says, Chuck Norris, Texas Ranger. Yes. Yes, I think they should just call him Chuck Norris, Texas Ranger instead of Walker, Texas Ranger. What was that about? I don't know, Walker, whatever. Uh, Levin says I disapprove that he's only number 4. Well, you know what? He actually got moved up because at one time I had Chuck Norris at number 6, and then I got a few complaints about the list. So I said, okay, I had to make some revisions and changes, and I'm glad he's at number 4. I'm glad he's at number 4. At least he's in the top 5. I mean, I you know absolutely, but I love Chuck Norris. Yeah. Matt Arnold says Chuck Norris is great shape at his age. Amen to that. Well, what about look what Shatner does? Shatner's 94 and he still looks like he could pull off, Captain James T. Kirk at 60 or 70. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those guys know how to work out. Um, I am feeling a little bit better tonight. I did get back from using for doing karaoke at the Moose Club. Awesome, Matt. Well, that's. I'm glad that you have a karaoke place to do a club to do karaoke at. We don't have very many around Toronto area, and I've had a dickens of a time trying to find one. So yeah, it's tough. Chuck Norris didn't dial the wrong number. You just answered wrong. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I agree with that assessment. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I didn't pick that thing. You just chose incorrectly. I didn't pick that for you. You chose that incorrectly. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, okay, so let's get to the top 3. So we got Jet Li at number 3. I think that goes without saying. Jet Li is fantastic, and I it's a no brainer for me. He's in my top 3 easily. He in his fight with Jackie Chan on the Forbidden Kingdom, 20 minutes of stellar fighting, all choreographed by the 2 gentlemen and the guy that did the Matrix. Lo Ping. Yeah, I mean, just fantastic. Just the 3 of them. They put the whole thing together. I mean, there are just some great fight scenes between 2 arch rivals, and then there's one between friends, and that's the best one I've seen is Jet Li versus Jackie Chan. It just made my choices, my top 3, even easier because Bruce Lee got to fight everybody else, but when it came to Jet Li and Jackie Chan fighting one another in one of my all-time favorite movies, like I said, The Forbidden Kingdom from 2008. Yeah, I just love that fight. Best fight I've ever seen, ever, ever. I even got to watch parts of which I finally was glad to see because then I didn't have to go to the movie theater to see it. Karate Kid Legends, with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan and some new kid that came in, to fight and everything, but they have to train this kid together. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I loved Karate Kid Legends, what I saw of it and everything online. So yeah, it was very cool. It was great. Yeah, Matt Arnold said I just watched Karate Kid Legions, right? And it was a good movie. It is. Karate Kid Legends there, Matt. Legions is cool. Yeah, you can say that too, but but it's called Karate Kid Legends. Yeah, it is fantastic. And it's a perfect closure, I think, to the whole Karate Kid. with the Karate Kid series that they did, which was named Cobra Kai, right, and all that stuff. Perfect ending to that series. Perfect ending to the whole Karate Kid genre. The franchise itself. Yeah, perfect ending. And they did a great tribute to Ralph. To you know Ralph Narita, or yeah. So yeah, it could be a new beginning too. That's true. That's very true. Yeah, it could. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So Jet Li is number three. And then, of course, the Bruce Lee, of course, Enter the Dragon, Game of Death, all those other films he did. He even appeared in a James Bond film. Yes, he did. He's uncredited, but he is in The Man with the Golden Gun. And when they're in Macau, where they're in the gambling circle area there. He's got his dark black glasses on, his Ray-Bans, and he's right there. He's gambling. That is Bruce Lee himself. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Some of you still don't realize that's him, but that is him. He is in. He is in that movie. He's in The Man with the Golden Gun. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, very cool appearance there in a Bond film. Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. Okay, so Bruce Lee, without question, number two. Number one, Jackie Chan. I have followed Jackie Chan since way back when he did like early martial arts films. I loved him in, you know, when he did Rumble in the Bronx. Who Am I? He did when he did the Rush Hour, films with Chris Tucker. When he did the two Shanghai Night movies with Owen Wilson, and then of course remember he did Around the World, the remake of Around the World in 80 Days, which actually is not too bad. I love the original, but the remake that he did as Postpartu or whatever his name was in that, uh, but he was the Karate Man, all that was great. I love Jackie Chan in that film, and as we just mentioned, Jackie Chan is great to replace Pat Morita as the next step, helping with Ralph Macchio and everything in Karate Kid Legends. So yeah, I love Jackie Chan. Jackie and Chuck are good friends. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. And Jackie is smart enough not to face Chuck because they would both hurt each other pretty badly if they got into a fight. Yeah, yeah, they're good at that. Yeah, yeah. He was in a lot of movies until his death. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're talking about Bruce Lee. Yes, yeah, Bruce Lee did a lot. Um, and Jackie Chan, by the way, if you want to think about this is really cool though. Uh, Not only is Bruce Lee does a cameo appearance uncredited in Man with the Golden Gun, but when uh, James Bond, of course, played by Sir Roger Moore, takes on this one, uh, takes on the all the fighters, all the karate guys at the academy at the school that you know, um, the one guy owns High Fat, when he owns that and whatever, and so goes there to the school. He fights them, and then those two chicks, those two Asian girls that come in that fight, that know how to fight karate, and and they're beating up this one last guy. That's Jackie Chan. Yeah, Jackie Chan in an uncredited fight scene with the two girls where they go boop, 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 and take him out, and then they throw him. But then when he comes back, when he gets up and he comes over to fight, Bond, and Moore throws him into the water off the bridge. That's Jackie Chan. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, Bruce Lee he taught probably is what you were saying, Matt. Yeah, he taught Jackie a lot what he knew, and Jackie was an extra in some of his movies. Correct. He was. Yeah, Jackie Chan learned from the master. That's why I said that, you know, it was hard for me to come up with, my top three. But then I thought about it and said, yeah, Jackie Chan is the face of what we know now as physical comedy, fighting, um, and he still does it. He does his own stunts. Still, he's never had a stunt man he's ever done. Jackie Chan is just great at what he does, and he's still looking good. You know, and you know what? His kids were trying to steal money from him. This is something in real life that happened. So he put a stop to that. He made sure that any of his relatives, any of his family, immediate family, had to earn their way. They couldn't just take his money because Jackie is very, charitable. And but he had to teach his family a lesson, not to try to steal from him. So I thought that was cool. Yeah, very cool what he did. And my luck, I've been beat to death by now if I was doing that. Yeah, all of us. All of us here. Absolutely. I totally agree with you there. Okay. Alrighty. So if you allow me one last time, so, number one, Jackie Chan. Number two, Bruce Lee. Number three, Jet Li. Number four, Chuck Norris. Number five, Jason Statham. Number six, Donnie Yen. Number seven, Billy Blanks. Number eight, Scott Atkins. Number nine, Mark Dacascos. And number 10, tied Cynthia Rothrock and Michelle Eo. And of course, honorable mentions Chow Yun Fat, Zhang Ziyi, Jean Claude Van Damme, and Michael Jai White. Those are the people I thought of, and those are the people, men and women, that I believe are some of the top martial artists of all time, in my honest opinion. I really am glad that I was able to put a list together like that, and I'm glad that I was able to come back to our wonderful family that we get to build up back again, one person at a time, to add to this wonderful uh, chat, ChattyBloggerMS family, as well as it still being in your hearts, Mikey Sue's for. So yeah, so glad to have you all back, starting to come back a little at a time. And again, I do want to thank you, Matt Arnold, for being here. I know you've gone through some rough times, missing Mr. Bill, your friend, and everything, but I hope things get better for you. I hope that things do turn out better for you in this life. And I want to thank Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf for being here. Yeah, our lovely niece. I love having you here, Charlotte. Hope to see you on your podcast in the chat, talking to you from the chat there for a little bit on Saturday. And then on Sunday, if you are doing a live stream after 1 o'clock your time, which will be 4 o'clock our time still, I believe, let me know, and I'll come and join you. And send me a link through Facebook Messenger, and I can join you. That'd be great. I'd love to do that this coming Sunday. And we got nothing else going on Sunday, so that'd be cool. So thank you, Charlotte. And of course, Sir Lemon Pie for being here. Thank you, Lemon. We were able to reinstall you as one of our managing moderators, as well as Charlotte. So I appreciate you both being here, of course, and of course, Matt. And let's see. Also, we had our wonderful friend, uh, Accounting Sheep with his entrance tonight. Thank you so much, Accounting Sheep, for being here. All of you, we really do appreciate when all of you come in and being here for us. And I am calling it a night, and good night, everyone. Have a great week. God bless you all. Well, God bless you too, there, Matt. And God bless everyone in the chat tonight. Lemon, Accounting Sheep, Charlotte, our niece. God bless you all, and God bless all of your families. I hope everything works out for you. As we like to say, from our brother Larry, who always says, always be yourself. And of course, my wonderful wife Suzanne, who always says, leave everything in God's hands. Best piece of advice I can tell you. And of course, as I always say here, you never know where you're going to see me next. That's my new meme now. I had to change it from the other thing I had. It sounded okay, but this way I can say, and remember, you'll never know where you'll see me next. So that is what I'll always say. And remember, you'll never know where you'll see me next. So because I could be on anybody's streams at any time. So yeah, you got that from me. Yes, I did. Yep, Matt Arnold did pass that along to me. Yes. Never know where you'll see me next. Yes, I want to thank you for that, Matt. I do. And of course, the one thing I did keep from our from the past, and now the aisle's closed, from the wonderful Gene Siskel, who used to be a part of the Chicago Tribune and was part of Siskel and Ebert at the movies. He was my favorite nerd, so and favorite movie critic. So blessings to all of the Siskel, Siskel, yeah, Siskel family for allowing me to use his closing statement there at the end of every show. So thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. So, with all the prayers we say for everyone here in the chat and for everybody we know in the YouTube community, we say Amen and Amen, and Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And thank you for all that you folks give every day. Give us a chance to entertain you and enlighten you and have some fun. And one of these nights, I hope to get Larry up here. I heard he told me that somehow on these webcam live, I'm actually able to share it with somebody else. And I got to find out how we do that because I don't have StreamYard anymore, and neither does Larry. We both decided not to pay for it. So we just, we're kind of just doing our own things right now. But there is supposed to be a way that you can share your webcam experience with someone else. And I think we'll try that. We'll try that experiment this weekend. Um, Hopefully Friday, I think. Hopefully tomorrow after if Gorilla does his Walton stream, we hope to do it after that and see if we can try to get the two of us on there so we can talk to you folks in chat, both of us. So we'll see what we can do with that. But in the meantime, um, like I said, tomorrow is Gorilla's Walton's stream. Saturday at 5:35 p.m. Eastern is the Chance Bartels The Nostalgic Pod Blast, which I do a co-hosting with him every other Saturday. Well, this week he wants to do it again, a part two, so to speak, for this coming. We're talking about secondary characters that took over, character actors that took over a series, and there's a bunch of them out there. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that. And so that'll be this Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday, if Gorilla is available to do it, he'll do his movie, whether it's a airplane crash movie or a disaster movie involving a ship. And before that, um, I hope to be a part of Charlotte's live streaming on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock p.m., 1:05 p.m. her time in the West Coast, and 4:05 p.m. on my time here in the East Coast. And she's also doing a pop blast on Saturday afternoon, so hope to check that out. And also check out Sif Dan and our friend PvP if they do their um, live stream of his sci-fi topics, usually at 2 o'clock his time, 5 o'clock my time here, Eastern. And then who else am I forgetting? I'm trying to think. Oh, Curtis Selby, who might do his Dark Shadows either Friday afternoon sometime or sometime this weekend or sometime next week, whichever time he does it. So that'll feature myself and Larry and Curtis and hopefully PvP too. So we get the four of us there. Yeah, you can do the free version. It has 6 people on it. Yeah, Matt, I haven't decided yet to try that or not. I'll see what I can do though. Yeah, I haven't thought about going back and doing that. Yeah, but as long as the free version is still there, yeah, I could do that. Sure. I haven't thought about it yet, but I'll give it a shot sometime soon, but not right now. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I use it some. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought about it. I'll see what happens. Yeah. I haven't decided to do it immediately, but we'll see what happens from there. Cool. Alrighty, so finally, as we always like to say here, my ugly self was going to bed. Good night. You're not ugly. Stop that, man. Okay. Oh, well, anyways, I like to say here finally for our show, God bless America, God bless Canada, God bless the UK, and all of our friends we know there, including Travel with Lisa MH. Hopefully, she's enjoying her time here in Canada, and hopefully, we'll get to see her sometime this month or in the next couple months. And of course, God bless the rest of this beautiful world. Oh, you're welcome, Sir Lemon. Thanks for the stream. You're always welcome, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for saying so. I appreciate that. We've got 3 likes. That's awesome. I'm happy with that. And as we always say, God bless the rest of this world. Remember, there is only one of it, and we are supposed to be the stewards and the guardians who are taking care of this earth for the future generations that follow us. So let's make sure we do so. And remember, don't ever piss off Mother Nature. It's not a good thing. Never do that. Also, special prayers out for the victims of the recent earthquake there in Cebu. That's CEBU over there in the Philippines. Uh, you know, dozens dead, lots of injuries, lots of damage. So please keep the victims and their families over there in the Philippines in your hearts from now on with the terrible 6.9 earthquake that happened there. Yep. So prayers to everyone. Thank you, Matt. Yeah. Thank you. All righty. And of course, peace for Mikey says for always. So on behalf of the beautiful Moon Pie, beautiful Deja Vu, my beautiful wife Suzanne, who has already fallen asleep, and I'm sure I'll join her here pretty soon. Um, I want to thank everyone for being here, and like I said, hopefully we can get back and do some streams together and some chats and other things coming up in the future. Don't forget, next Wednesday is my next lunchtime, where we'll be discussing, reviewing one episode apiece from season 2. They are episode 17s from both Get Smart and then the original Star Trek series. So, make sure you check that out. I have no set time for Wednesday. Uh, all I can tell you at this point is I usually start after 12 noon time. So anytime after 12 noon, just remember when you hit the like button tonight, don't forget, resubscribe to our channel, chat at ChattyBloggerMS, and like Mikey Sue's, but that I put the MS just as MS at the end. And then don't forget, share this with your friends and the rest of the community. And also, don't forget to, ring that awesome bell, this thing right here, so that you can be notified of any, future podcasts, live streams, any of the webcam lives that we do here. And yeah, so that's, and don't forget to hit subscribe. And when you do, like I said, do the all notifications. So, okay, well, I'm glad I got to do this tonight. And Gorilla, I hope you're feeling well. I know you didn't do your Twilight Zone, so I feel kind of badly. Um, but that's okay. We'll hope that what's happening in real life is good for you, and you're taking care of yourself. And hopefully we'll see you at Walton's tomorrow. That'll be our next big thing. So, all right. So talk to you folks then, and remember, be safe out there. And once again, thanks to Matt Arnold who said, "And you never know when you'll see me next." So. Take care, everyone. God bless. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Okay. Thank you, Matt. Yeah. Ring that vibrating bell, folks. Thanks, Lemon. Thank you all. Take care, everyone. And Charlotte, we love you. Take care, everybody.